Okay, so in the previous video we have seen how to work with the synchronous invocations, asynchronous invocations, and the poll invocations. So now let's see how we can integrate S3 notifications with Lambda. So just a reminder on like S3 event notification. It's a way for us to like get notified whenever an object is created, removed, stored, when there is an like replication happening. So we can filter by prefix and by suffix, and the use case is like the classic one. In classic one like used to like generate thumbnail images, or for like every image has been like let's say like every image has been like uploaded into the Amazon S3. So we have so like our like events into the Amazon S3, and the S3 can send those send it to like three things like SNS, SQS, and also to like the Amazon Lambda, and it can be also be used for like Amazon recognition. So Amazon recognition is something which will recognize an object whenever it is like uploaded in the S3 bucket. So here in the screenshot we can easily see that. So and also uh, like S3 can send into the different things, the S2 SNS, and from an SNS topic we can do a fan out pattern to like send to the multiple SQS, which we are doing here. Here we are sending the S3 bucket events to SNS, and from SNS we are doing the fan out, which where we are sending it to three different SQS. So that's the pattern for the fan out here. And also like lambda function directly read off that SQS, or we could have an S3 event notification directly invoke our lambda function. And this is an like asynchronous invocation, and this lambda function could do whatever it wants with that data. And then in case things go wrong, we can set up the dead letter queue as I have shown in the synchronous invocation. And like for example an SQS, as we have seen like before in the previous slide, these S3 event notification like typically deliver events in second, but sometimes can take a minute or longer. So we want to make sure that we are not losing any event notifications, to make sure that we enable versioning on our bucket while creating the S3, or else like if to writes on the same object happen at the same exact time, we may get one notification or two. That's just the small print from the documentation, but not worth nothing. Okay, so here is like the simple explanation about the S3 event notification. So in this diagram, if we look, we have the S3 bucket, and this S3 bucket is sending the simple notification, sending the email newly whenever a new image has been uploaded in the S3 bucket. That event has been sent to the SNS, which is a simple notification service, where it says like new image has been uploaded. From SNS new images, we are doing the fan out, where we have three SQS, and this each SQS simple queue service has an lambda function, and one of the lambda function is the Amazon. One of the lambda function is connected to the Amazon recognition, and other two are connected to target S3 bucket. And also we have the other event SNS, which is other resource for SNS when the images has been deleted in the S3 bucket. Those are sent from SNS to SQS, and the lambda function will store those records in the target S3 bucket. So this is the simple explanation behind the S3 event notifications in Amazon AWS Lambda. So now let's get into the other lecture, which is lambda event source mapping using Kinesis data stream. So we have seen asynchronous processing, and we have seen asynchronous processing. Now like let's talk about the event source mapping. So this is the last category of how Lambda can process events in AWS. So it applies to the Kinesis data stream. It applies to like the simple queue services and simple notification services, and SQS FIFO queues, like first in first out queues, and the DynamoDB streams. So the common denominator of all these things together is that the record need to be pulled from the source. So the Lambda needs to ask the service to get some records, and then the records will be returned. So that means like that the Lambda needs to pull from the services. So in this case the Lambda function is invoked asynchronously, and we have the Kinesis data screen, and we have the Kinesis data screen right here in the screenshot in the architecture diagram. And Kinesis and the Lambda service, if we configure the Lambda to read from the Kinesis, then they will eventually an event source mapping that will be created, and that is responsible for pooling Kinesis and returning and getting the results back from the Kinesis. So Kinesis will return a badge to us, and then once the event source has some data for the Lambda to process, it's going to invoke our Lambda function synchronously with an event batch. So it's all so at its core, this is how it works. Like there are two categories of event source mapper. The first one is the streams, and the second one is the queues. So the streams apply to the Kinesis data streams and DynamoDB streams, and also like for SQS and SNS. So this is all about the Kinesis event source mapping using Lambda functions. Thanks for watching this video. See you in the next tutorial. Thank you.